Hey, so today I've got an update on my prescription, so I thought I would share it a little bit. Basically, literally through documenting like so much of like my thoughts and feelings about being medicated, I've learned that like the side effects I was feeling didn't really seem to actually be that worth it. Like the night sweats are horrible, like just not nice. Like so many times I wake up and think I've wet myself, and I never have, because like it's just everywhere and there's like nothing on the bed, unless it just dries really quickly. But like it's just horrible sweat, and like I feel like I just have to wash my jammies so much more and my bedding so much more, and it's just like ooh. So I asked my doctor if I can go back down to the 150 milligrams, because you know my thoughts of wanting to not be here and stuff is pretty much the same as it was then. Like I don't think I'm gonna act on these thoughts, but it's the same as it was back then, really. You know, like I've had one moment where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. As soon as I get home, I'm gonna do it. And then that sort of whittled down to then just like, nope, when I get home I'm going to harm. And then when I got home I didn't do anything because I was in a safe space and I calmed down. So basically, so in my 225, I have one 150 and one 175. So I think my doctor said I need to have one 150 and half the 75 for 3 weeks. And then just go back to the 150. I need to go to half it though, bloody hell, don't I? I'll take the 150. Which is interesting, because when I went up to 225, I just went from 150 to 225. But I thought this would also be a good time to talk to you about Seggs. Because I don't think I have really, without being medicated. So when I was on amitriptyline, I was with my ex, who was the first person I ever slept with, basically, and just you know, I had a very low libido anyway. Oh no, I'm not taking all this, am I? Maybe I just literally just cut it. Do you reckon I could do that? No, it's too shiny. Oh, I have like a little face sort of thing. Try that. I don't want to take it downstairs because I don't live by myself, and it's just going to be like, okay, I'll take that in a minute. But basically, yeah, my amitriptyline really affected my libido, but also I was in a relationship that like I wasn't really, libido wasn't very high, and I was really depressed at the time without realising. On venlafaxine, it was sort of like, so like my boyfriend could like, you know, make it happen so easily for me, like so easily, and like by myself with the toy, like super quick, but it would be like such like a such an orgasm, and then when we did notice a difference when I first went on it, venlafaxine at 75, but it was sort of like a mission that we were like, I was like, come on, come back, we can do this. And so basically now I still orgasm. My libido is still super high, but I do just have the most beautiful boyfriend in the whole entire world. He's just like the sexiest thing as well, so yeah, I think that helps. And yeah, we sort of like made it a mission to sort of like we worked on it. It wasn't sort of like, I think it's definitely like mind over matter. Like if I'd have just sort of like accepted it, like I wouldn't have like tried to have them. but it was just one of those things where it was like, no, like, I don't know, he sort of really celebrated me in a way. It was like, no, we don't just accept that you can't have them. Like, you know, you have the want for them, you have like the libido still there, so like, we're gonna make it happen. And you know, he was so lovely and patient, which then in turn, like when I was by myself, I was more patient with myself, and if things weren't happening as quick as they used to, then like, it was just fine. It was just like having fun with it, like exploring my body a bit more, because like your hormones have changed, so like, you know, it's like different times of the month, like different parts of you want more and stuff. So yeah, just being patient with yourself, like it does take longer, but also like now I've got to the point, whereas before it used to literally just be like a whereas now it's like a, like I feel like it doesn't go as high, or if it does, it's like for 1 second, but the actual orgasm itself like lasts a lot longer, which is like but they're not as intense on the whole as like they used to be. But like, you know, I think it's almost even better though, because like I've learned to like I have a longer version of the short burst, so like that's great. So yeah, so it is even still affected now, even though we have sort of tried to work on it, but then again, like sometimes you just get in your head, and you know, it's, you know, girls have been conditioned to think it's harder for them, and I think that is always put a block, that we have to concentrate for it to happen and stuff. But yeah, that's the only sort of effect in terms of libido that I've had with different types of medication. And when I was on Sertraline, I don't really remember, and I was really, really young, but I don't think it really affected me then. I don't even think I had an orgasm when I was that age, so can't say for that, but libido wise, that never changed. So yeah, I think just, you know, like your libido changes like through the course of your cycle, through like anything really, like stress, like what you're eating. So just be patient with yourself and just understand it's just another one of those things, like your hormones are changing, like up and down, and just, yeah, like celebrate yourself, like try and hype yourself up. Like if I hadn't have had Danny, like I don't think I would have hyped myself up, but like just knowing that now that was possible, like just hype yourself up, like be patient with yourself, because it's just a change, but it's not a bad change. But yeah, I'm determined to find something in the bathroom that I can cut this with instead of going downstairs. It's also quite like a nice full circle moment here, because then I'm thinking like, oh, what did I use to like mark myself? And can I use that to cut the tablet? I mean, this is how far we got with, you can't see. Yeah, barely scraped the surface. So I'm gonna get downstairs, half this. Oh shoot, what am I gonna do with the, I was gonna say, what am I gonna do with the other half of the 75? But that's where these come in. I haven't filled it up for this week. It's just got my, like I have these big ass supplements. It's just got my big supplements that sometimes, like my Monday, Wednesday, Thursday was obviously a bit more ambitious with, but my Saturday and Sunday, I didn't want to take any of those supplements because they're just so big. Okay, let me take this, but yeah, that's my update for now. Just sort of like the night sweats, I think, was the biggest thing that I just couldn't get over. I think I'm having a lot more sleep paralysis as well, but it's not as like bad as it was. It's just more often, and the brain fog, I think, is starting to, like, I think it's affecting my work a little bit, which like I don't necessarily mind, but like there's just a lot of moments where I sit there, like I said, like I don't mind the feeling because it makes me feel a bit high and I enjoy that, but then also it's like I can't really be at work forgetting what I'm doing. Like it's making me very unproductive. And it's just, yeah, sometimes it's just a little bit inconvenient. Like if I'm in like a, you know, like trying to arrange my weekend or something, or, you know, like somewhere I'm not too familiar with, and then I realise I just have no idea what's going on, or like can't remember what I was talking about. It's just a bit doesn't make me feel super secure. So yeah, the brain fog I'd like to go away. It was another reason as well. But like I literally just filled in an e-consult and was like, look, if you're happy for it to go down, then I'll just like rewrite my prescription. And I'm also gonna do a pharmacy to you, which I'll link below, because I used to have that for my amitriptyline, and literally they just deliver it like on repeat. Like I don't even think you have to like ask for it like you do. Like on my current prescription, I go into my NHS app and I request it. So sometimes I request it too late and I'm like, oh, is it going to be there? Luckily, I think I've only gone one day without it before, like because I didn't have them. But it's just like, oh, I don't want to always have to think about that. But pharmacy to you literally like deliver it to your door. Like they just take the money out of your account until you like cancel it, and then just deliver it. And it's like the same as like a normal prescription. It's still like the £9.25 or whatever, and it's like free delivery. And yeah, so that's just perfect. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next. My next step up. Yeah, I never had a problem with that. Like I always got my deliveries way in time. Yeah, I never ever had a problem with that. So yeah. But I feel like these little diary things, because at first I was thinking like I'm remembering things like in drips and drabs, and also like it changes over time, and it's like I think it's nice to see how it changes, and like just like the real time, like the day to day, like this is how I'm feeling this day, is how I'm feeling this day. And it's like I said, like even through tracking it already through like the little mini diaries I'm doing, like it's making progresses. Yeah, I guess it's just made me think about it more, like what side effects do I want to deal with, what side effects do I don't want to deal with, what side effects do I quite like but aren't really good for my lifestyle, like the brain fog. And I get a lot more headaches as well, and yeah, and it's like a big sense of like nothing's real, which I quite like, but I'm having it so often that it's just like, oh, just let me sleep. Like it feels like I'm in, I think people say like it feels like you're in a video game, or like you're in 0.5 all the time. It's like everything's happening around me, and like my person, my Jasmine, is so weird because I can see myself in camera as well. Like this and my mind carries on, but then there's also the me in my mind, which is just like watching it all happen. That's like not contributing to it at all. I can literally just, that's where I am most of the time. I'm just zoned out in this other Jasmine that's just watching my forefront Jasmine do everything and life just happen to me. And then the Jasmine that I like sit back in just makes like the really funny comments. Like I think we was in a work meeting today, and then it's like, does anyone else have anything they want to mention? I mean, to be fair, this is probably something I've done before, but I was like, oh, like I'm getting a kitten in January, can I have paternity leave? And I thought that was really funny. I think my colleagues laughed, but my manager was just like, but yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go take this now and put the other half in for Tuesday, because today is Monday. Oh, I have ruby slippers. I should try them. I'm just about to take that then. I'm gonna go so I can half this before I take the whole thing.